And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Bravely Default. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And when we last left off, we were taking our airship to Eternia. Because, you know, why not? We got shit to do, man.
Lord Marshal,
My pantaloons have been soiled.
word that Grand Ship has vanished.
Vanished? You mean to say it has sunk?
We know little as yet, but it seems Grand Ship's inhabitants have evacuated en masse. And according to what we've heard from them, Grand Ship did not sink, it simply vanished.
How is such a thing possible?
Alternus, where is the wind vestal now?
After a brief stop in the kingdom of Kaldisla, she entered Grand Ship before it vanished. Her current whereabouts are unknown.
Those were sneaky.
Muster our forces with haste. I will have every last soldier be made ready for war.
Yes, your lordship. But may I be so bold as to ask, why? Our land of Eternia is an inviolable realm ringed with lofty highlands. Surely, even one such as the Wind Vestal could not...
It is my hope I make much of not. Yet we cannot leave matters to hope or chance, for we now have but one crystal under our control.
Could it be your lordship's daughter is providing the Vestal with information about our defenses?
Victor, hold your tongue!
No, his fear is not without merit.
Be afraid. Really quick, because we got a little incident coming up. I actually want to do something a little different. I thought about piracy, and then I brain farted, and I was like, you know what would be better is probably that. Yeah, that'll be fine. I've got reasons. Okay, so... you see, they're not letting us land really anywhere objectively good, right?
I bring ill tidings. An enormous flying vessel has been sighted over Southmore, and it appears poised to alight there.
Ill tidings? I fail to see how such a vague report is anything of the sort.
Suffice to say, sir, it's a veritable fortress, far beyond the size of an airship.
But it's pretty darn big.
Could it be Lord Marshal?
This is the wind vestal's doing.
Do you mean to suggest Grand Ship has taken flight? That it has surmounted the highlands that defend our land? How absurd. Spare me your flights of fancy.
How do our defenses presently stand?
They stand ready for war, as your lordship commanded. And our troops in Frost Peak Passage and artillery at the summits are prepared to engage at any moment.
We shall join the defense effort. Victor, is the demon child ready for war?
I beg you, call her not a demon child. That is, if you hold your life dear.
Again, those two are like a married couple
Goes to war is not for either of us
with a little
to
tiny
decide.
devil girl.
The decision is hers alone.
But is she not receiving treatment as we speak? When she worked her magic upon me, she seemed more than ready for battle.
Her fits grow in frequency of late. Is she not nearing her limit?
There is no cause for alarm. None whatsoever.
Well, they're just making excuses at this point. I mean, come on. As we now head into chapter 4, Black and White. Yay.
All right, let's set her down here.
The crystal lies in Everlast Tower.
Isn't it in some manner of temple?
There are no crystal temples in the Duchy of Eternia. 15 years have passed since they stamped out the crystal orthodoxy in this land and remade the Temple of Earth into Everlast Tower. We must reach the city before we can get to the tower, and that means a trip through Frost Peak Passage. The army has special defensive units stationed there to prevent any intruders.
Yay.
It will be a fierce fight, so I suggest we prepare before setting out.
Dats and Zats. I want you to take the proprietress and flee in the ship if worst comes to worst.
Understood.
You can count on us.
Oakley dokley. Okay, so we're in a whole new world. We slowly gotta make our way over. Oh god, it's an army of little bastards. Actually, really quick. It only lowers the magic attack a little bit, but amps the fire attack. So, makes sense to me. Notice I'm kind of going all out, strangely enough. There's a reason for it. You can see they're pretty healthy enemies. The fact that we're exploiting their weakness already and barely getting through. Probably don't need Anya's doing hers, though. Not when we have Numbnuts doing his. Nobody's leveling up anytime soon. We'll have to work on a better strat. Totally missed what the job points were too, so that doesn't help me and make me feel any better. Okay, so now boss time. This is a weird kind of boss fight. What we're gonna do is sword magic, fire, ninjutsu, whatever, utsetsume. There's really no reason for Agnes to do anything but defend unless she has something she can pull off. Let's do piercing bolt. And the same deal here, sword magic, fire, and then we'll go ahead and throw out nothing ventured. Boom.
Enough.
And that's to get us started. Now we do have two healers who are capable healers, mind you. And Ring a Bell just did his ability, but we're gonna hold off on doing anything more. And you'll see why. do? Ninjutsu that. Actually, what I was gonna do, well, it doesn't really matter. Meh. Oh, she got stopped. Okay. We may not actually fix this. Okay, it does. Okay, I don't think her skill's gonna be that useful because if we're gonna get hit by that, it's gonna start causing problems here. Here. Come on, yes. And he's down. I know Agnes is gonna lose some job points here, but it's fine. What's important is we kick that thing's butt. Alright, let's recover, shall we? That's why you go into these fights coming up as best sort laid out as possible. Now Idia is done with Swordmaster for the time being. Let's put her on Ninja. Why? Because I said so. To ability, we don't need Magic Sword probably on her so much right now. As we could put something else. Bushido, maybe, just because. Because actually, we could tag team Bushido, and he doesn't have Bushidos yet, so It's not an option for him. Oh, well, he does have nothing ventured, so theoretically he could put up... Well... it doesn't really matter. We're not going to have them do much anyway, so... Alright, let's move. So we got to make our way to town.
I've another report, Lord Marshal. The Wind Vestal and 3 others have been sighted leaving that enormous vessel. They've already fought their way through Frost Peak Passage and are now approaching the city!
Have we received word from the forces deployed to the various lands?
I'm afraid there has been no reply from any quarter.
Then there is no hope of reinforcements.
Shut the valve for the white magic cables.
Surely you don't mean that, Lord Marshal.
It could very well have a serious impact on those receiving treatment in the city.
There is naught else to do. Should the tower be destroyed, the linked cables place the Earth crystal in jeopardy. Order all defensive units to intercept the Wind Vestal at the 3 passages from the city.
Yes, your lordship.
All right. Let's keep moving.
So, Idea, this is the land of your birth.
It is.
Then how about a rundown of the popular date spots? I'll escort you to whichever you wish.
Actually, I'd rather not. This city is unlike any I have seen before. It is a curious town indeed. Yet I hadn't noticed till I'd been away for some time.
Idea, what are those stretching toward the city from up on that cliff over there?
Those are the white magic cables. Within them flow energy waves that amplify the effect of white magic. The cables stretch between healing towers throughout the city, allowing patients to receive the latest treatments. That is why few in this land die of illness or disease. The people live in good health everlasting.
Appearances would indicate otherwise.
Waves that amplify the effect of white magic. Is such a thing truly produced here in this land? Well, the more precise term would be extracted rather than produced. Before I left Eternia, I was thankful for their beneficence. I harbored not a doubt in my mind. But now... Idea, from where does this cable... Idea? I thought that might be you! Hmm? It's been ages! We were classmates at the Officers' Academy! Oh, I was worried when I heard you'd been assigned to the Sky Knights. What a relief to see you safe and sound. Oh, and I heard about your mother, too. My mother? Has something happened to her? Nobody told you? She was recently admitted to the Central Healing Tower. The Central Healing Tower? What happened? You really have no idea, do you? Well, you'd better go pay her a visit then.
Alright. So we've arrived in town. As per usual, we hit up the inn. And let's snoop around. Because it's been a while since we've had a new town. And there's some good stuff to find, as you guys probably know. First things first, though, we're going to hit up the Magic shop to get Asunaga, whatever. And it cures the party status effect, so clearly buying that. Kurata, yep. Eroga, we don't use a lot of wind magic, but it's good to have it. Luckily, we are loaded. Look at that. A scroll that deals major earth damage. Stop is pretty good. There are enemies that are actually vulnerable to stop. I don't use it very much, but Quicken would be good for time mages to start throwing out to our fighters for when they have free turns. That's a whole nother bag of craziness to deal with. And then we get into this stuff. Now, there are going to be some things of interest probably here. The Assassin's Dagger at 10,000. Definitely one of those would help. Another Staff of Life probably wouldn't hurt. Wizard Rods. Probably need 2 of these for sure. And then Toxic Knuckles we probably would want. Maybe. God, it's so hard to decide. Definitely gonna get at least one of these. I want to check something out before we invest further. First things first, go to Ring a Bell. Where be his rods? Straight up really good. Go to Tiz. Now, he's got the 2 kunai. So clearly 2 of these would be pretty good. They causes death rarely. 25% chance to inflict death on the target. Yeah, that's a little better than rarely, I would say. So we can technically afford 2 of them, and there's no reason not to buy 2 of them. Another Staff of Life would be nice too, not gonna lie. And since he's almost done with Ninja, we'll just leave these on him for now, because he's gonna be swapping them out for other stuff. Now, for her, she has dual wheel available. I'm gonna give her 2 or something. We could probably try that out for now. Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Because with the Assassin's Daggers where they are, we have the kunai, which improves aim and evade. Doesn't change the kotetsu at all. Yeah, actually, that's clearly the only means. Do not care about that, honestly. Care about dishing out damage. Now, again, once she learns her ninja levels all the way up, because Tiz has got to do the weapon master samurai job. When she learns hers ninja levels, then we have some room to maneuver around here. There are enemies kind of to and fro that give good XP. So there is a chance we could look into that. Let me show you what I mean. Let's move a little bit forward here. Leave. There's some goodies. Okay. I already did that. Let's save too while we're here. Nice. I thought there was something else. I guess not. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and save again. I just found stuff. Come on. Alright. Nothing there. Okay. Screw it. Okay, that tells me nothing.
She's right this way.
No, Mummy.
Mother!
Why, Adia, when did you return?
Never mind that. Are you all right?
Of course I am. You mustn't trust everything you hear. And I've been feeling quite a bit better since I came here.
Yes, but
Well, aren't you going to introduce me?
oh, about that. You see,
I am Adia's mother, Mazer Lee. Thank you for looking after my daughter. So, you are the Wind Vestal?
Mother, how could you possibly know that?
I am the Grand Marshal's wife, after all. I hear much to which others are not privy. And I am particularly well informed about the Wind Vestal's traveling companions. Sir Alternus provides me with the latest news.
Yeah, but do we trust that guy? I mean,
Alternus.
come on.
I wish he'd mind his own business. But he knows. Oh no, we'd better get out of here.
Oh, relax. I won't report you. After all, it's not that often that I get to see my darling daughter.
Mother,
My, you look almost grown up now, Adia. And to think you were such a spoiled little thing when you left.
Mother, you're embarrassing me.
Don't listen to her, milady. We'd love an in-depth look into Adia's childhood.
What a wonderful friend you've made.
To be in your daughter's company, the pleasure has been all mine.
You stay out of this, Ring-a-Bell.
How wonderful to see you so full of vim and vigor.
Oh, Ring-a-Bell's a lusty fellow. He tends to be
sorry
a
if I
jackass
worried you,
that way.
If that is truly so, then there is one thing you could tell me. Why did you defy your father so? You must have a good reason, I'm sure.
The world. It is being consumed in darkness. Many have already suffered greatly as the shadow envelops the world. Tis here counts among them. And the suffering and sorrow will only multiply if we fail to stop it. Agnes has been risking life and limb in her quest to rid the world of this darkness. Yet my former comrades in the Knights of the Eternian Sky sought to capture and even kill her. And it's not only the Sky Knights. The military forces, agencies, and consuls Eternia has dispatched throughout the lands, they've done nothing but cause pain and suffering, and taken many upon many lives. I used to believe anti-crystalism was the true way, but I know now that is not so. After traveling the world, there is so much I've seen for the first time. I've taken in all I've seen and all I've learned. And there, deep in my heart, I've come to know what is black and what is white. That is why I am here now with my dear comrades and friends.
So you have come to do battle with your own father and the Eternian forces?
No, you don't understand. We haven't come seeking battle. We've come to awaken the Earth Crystal.
Awaken it?
Yes. But then I received word that you were ill and receiving treatment. Now I don't know if I should.
There's no need for that.
No need? Mother, what do you mean?
There's no need to worry about me.
It's time for your examination.
Bend over.
Forgive me. but
I'm
this is
sorry,
where
I
we
just
have
can't
to
help
leave now.
myself.
Please, do look after my daughter.
Mother,
Okay.
Idia, the white magic cables extend to that medical tower as well. I wonder to where they all lead.
to the Earth Crystal.
What's this?
Eternia has advanced its medical arts by extracting the crystal's energy. My mother once suffered from a debilitating disease. That she could speak with such vigor today is due to the Earth Crystal.
But how could such a thing be possible? Even Vestals are incapable of extracting power directly from the crystals.
It seems Eternian scholars long studied how to extract such power, and finally succeeded. But I know no more than that.
Wait. What would become of this central medical tower if we were to awaken the Earth Crystal? What of your mother, Adia? And the many others receiving treatment there? If the power provided by that cable were to suddenly cease, the people that depend on it to survive, they might all...
Actually, a really
As a
good story
Vestal,
premise.
I can only say that this white magic cable is a desecration upon the Earth Crystal. And yet,
There are people whose lives depend on it?
But only the Eternians benefit. I mean, not awakening the Earth Crystal is like... It's like abandoning the rest of the world to suffer darkness. It's not an easy choice, but we have to try. We can't let the whole world be covered in darkness. She's right. The peace and tranquility that Eternia enjoys is built upon the tears of others the world over. And I shall not stand for it. That's why I'm here with you. And that's why you must awaken the Earth Crystal, Agnes. Agnes!
all right then.
I'm glad you understand. Now, to reach Everlast Tower, we must make our way through Eternian Central Command. There are 3 passages leading there from here in the city. We must pass through one of them. But be warned, my father has no doubt deployed an ironclad defense.
Oh boy. We got some discussion here. The 3 passages to Central Command. Let me brief you on the 3 passages that link to Central Command. Alright, we're listening, just go on. 3 paths connect Central Command to Eternia proper, each of them different. The Central Passage is the shortest, but the enemies will find there all nightmares. The Western Pass is longer, and the enemies tough, but not as tough as the Center Path. None of the guards along the East Path are very strong, but the distance is extremely long. There are no easy options here, but the choice is ours. What do we do? What do we do indeed? As we learn Sonic Wave, Gigaton Swing, and Pedal Swirl. Ooh, nice. And this'll pretty much, I think, put us on the last level here. We'll get that going, and then we'll upgrade everything respectively as we can. With that said, let's save. So we're too broke to buy anything. There are a few more things in the store we did want to buy, but this will make sense in due course, of course. Okay. So as you can see, there's these 3 paths. You can even see an enemy right there. Objectively, what we really want to do is, strangely enough, complete all the passes. Particularly that there's the what was it? The West Path has a boss, and then the pass you can see right there in the center has a boss just right there. And that boss is pretty nasty. With that said, why would we not want to exploit the goodies that are there, right? Now, as I had said before, we are short on a few things that I would like for us to have. No. No. Again, he can randomly cause death. So, quite nice. And look at that, 74 freaking job points. 10 fights is 700 points. This is, if you're going to power level this, let's fight a few more battles before we all just start getting excited. But that was off 2 enemies, meaning they give roughly about 36 XP a level. JP an enemy. So let's check out an enemy with a battle with 3 enemies, though. They are paralyzing me, and I'm not a big fan of that. And as you can see, I ironically don't have access to that higher level magic. That can be a big problem when you really think about it. So we're going to probably throw up defense against paralysis. We do have some characters that can do that. Give you an idea of the enemy types that are here. Because we have trinkets and everything to counter that, so... 102. I think they come in groups of as much as 4, so... Yeah, I mean, it's really going to be kind of up in the air. Now, we did get him to level 9 ninja. Let's take a look at... Shunshin. Raises the variation to maximum for 6 turns. Really only matters if you can provoke and dodge at the same time. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay, but now what we're going to do is we're going to put him on Swordmaster. Clearly. And let's gear him up appropriately. And then... Did not learn, you'll notice we didn't learn dual wield yet. Okay, we're not going to be dodging Jack Squat coming up, but we'll leave that there for now. Actually, no, if we're not a ninja, there's no point in having it on him. Blah, 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 two-handed. Actually, I take that back. Who's got the paralysis immunity? Paralysis immunity. Oh, actually, two-handed doesn't matter, so we can put something else up there, I guess. That'd actually be useful. We'll put that up. Because she'll be able to do that if I need her to. Alright. And he took the Night Emperor over the Nodachi, which I will give it a try, but... Well, actually, we're going to make enough money probably grinding that I would hope, to what it's worth, I would hope that we can buy the better katana. Because the enemies cause paralysis. Let's replace the peace ring with something that protects against paralysis, which we have plenty of. And like I said, we'll check out the rest of the gear in that town because we only checked out weapons. We didn't even check out armor. So like I said, there's definitely some finagling we want to do with not just learning jobs and stuff, because Time Mage is becoming pretty relevant too at this point as a summoner. Arguably summoner. Merchant, not so much. That's on the back burner. But summoner, even red mage to a degree, could be worked on. But ultimately, it's about getting not just everybody caught up to level 9, because our fighting classes are still doing that. But the casting classes, we need to get them at a high enough level that they can use magic that they literally just picked up. And I actually didn't look at it, and I will after this battle, because clearly there's something about that. And you bet we're gonna go all out with our casting, because why would we not? And they're going to do 2 attacks themselves. That sucks. Ooh. And that's why we go as hard as we go. Until they get more levels, it ain't gonna go. That's not ain't gonna go too well. Oh man. And that again, that's why we're not just grinding job levels, we're technically grinding levels too. But as you can see, there's quite a bit here of work that we got cut out for us just to get the characters to the next tier of arguable awesomeness. Again, what jobs we're going to put them on going forward is kind of floating up in limbo right now, because I just don't really have a really good answer. Because there's a lot of different options, and no individual option is necessarily bad. I think it just comes down to what can we... Oh, I need to put the death daggers on her. It comes down to what would be ultimately the best thing to set up. And I still think in the grand scheme of things, it might be in our best interest to set up ninjas with the ability to dodge and counter. Dodge, counter, which is built in, and then dodge and provoke, specifically, I think would be, like, the best thing we could possibly do. So that's the plan that I've got so far. Not 1000% committed to it, but I'm committed enough. And our characters will gradually get stronger very quickly, as you can see. Look at how quickly they're just powering through. The other thing, too, is, like I said, I want to teach Red Mage to our fighting classes, so when one of them finishes, well, they're both on the same track at roughly the same speed. But I do want to change them over to start picking up some secondary stuff, which is going to be a thing. And this is the place to do it right now. This is really the place to add in those technical extra levels worth of time, so to speak. Because we can work on leveling up our casting classes so they can learn their new magic. Because currently they can't use it, I don't believe. Let me double check. You know, I didn't double check Ring-a-Bell, but I'm pretty sure they're not at a level strong enough to use their best magic. I didn't see Faraga in there as an option. Okay, hold on. I know we're actually making a full episode about really little to nothing. Okay, let's take a look. So these are level 5 spells. She only knows up to level 4. white magic spell. So they're actually they've expected us to get white magic to level 10. 11 even. It looks like it'll show up maybe at level 11. Or 12. So that's an observational conundrum to me, because we are at that level. We got to see what we get next. Like I said, some job point grinding might be necessary for the white mage, black mage, and definitely time mage, because I don't like owning spells I can't use. And so definitely we're going to want to get them learning. I'm probably going to grind white mage and black mage until they actually can cast that magic. I'm going to find out where that threshold probably is while working on our fighting classes here. So like I said, I want to pick up red mage for our fighters, as well as maybe merchant. I'm not too keen on it. Merchant's kind of the lamest class we've got. So I am kind of making some considerations here that I need to figure out. And I need to put the frickin' right weapons on her. I keep just fighting and not doing it. Because I'm a frickin' idiot. But yeah, the fact that we're still arguably using dated magic at this point, that bugs me a little bit. Which means we also need to level up spell swords so they can get access to that tier as well. Again, all of this is in due process. So with that said, guys, how much time do we got on this? Quite a bit. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/XR Studios, for more live gaming action, because when we come back, I will have made the effort. We will have made the grade. We will have geared up everybody, hopefully. We will have gotten everybody's performance up to acceptable levels, mainly picking up an extra class for the fighters, which is the red mage class I've not really had them work on. We'll max that out. Maybe I may only take it up to where I think it's necessary. And when it comes to our casters, once they complete white mage level 10, I'm going to put them back on their regular classes and see if we can get them the rest of the way to learning their level 5 magic. And then maybe when they're both done with this, arguably 2 times over. So in other words, they can both white and black mage are kind of done until they learn new magic. I'm going to have them both on time mage. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not committed to any particular strategy yet. Oops. I didn't mean to change anything. Put him back on that, please. If I do the extra mileage, I guess one would argue, I could take him even further just to be done with it, kind of a thing. Again, let's just see where things go, because it's too early to really, in my opinion, make kind of an executive decision. I just don't really have an answer. It's just going to depend on how much grinding I'm willing to waste away doing, you know? So anyway, again, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.